a man woke up from his sleep and found himself in the land of Dwarfs. His entire body was tied tightly with ropes. Even his size 45 shoes were locked with a chain. Suddenly, Paul let out a loud scream, and all the stakes driven into the ground were uprooted. He jumped in shock, praying in his heart that this strange dream would end soon. But then, the little general of the land rode in on a horse, with a spear in his hand. He struck Paul's leg with force. At the same time, some soldiers threw their spiked hooks, caught them in Paul's waistband, and pulled with all their strength. Paul lost his balance, fell to the ground with a thud, and fainted. He saw himself laid out like a piece of meat to be cut, slowly carried on a wooden plank into the castle. Crowds gathered to watch the spectacle. Even the princess, who had seen the world, was astonished. The next day, Paul was taken to the fields and forced to plough like an ox. But just then, assassins attacked the castle. The general sensed danger and quickly led Paul toward the fortress. The general ordered him to lie down and jumped off his horse, pretending to be brave. He strictly forbade his soldiers to intervene. But Karl, who knew the general was always boastful, unlocked Paul's chains and begged him to save the princess. Paul rushed forward first. He grabbed 2 assassins in one hand, spun them around, and threw them straight into the pond. Thus, the princess was easily saved. The fight was already over. The princess thanked Paul from her heart, but the king was still trapped in the flames. Paul decided to help without hesitation. He tried to grab the king, but the fire burned his finger. People panicked. How could the fire be put out? Then Karl wisely said, "For fire, we need water." Hearing this, Paul had a strange idea. He suddenly pulled down his shorts and began to pee on the fire. Though the act was strange, it worked. The flames were extinguished. At that very moment, the always late general arrived. He scolded Paul, telling him to stop at once. Paul laughed and handed over his last weapon to the general. And thus, Paul became the greatest hero in the land of dwarfs, respected and honored by all.